The Turks were a powerful and strong nation in their time. However, they were trapped by enemy tribes and suffered a great defeat. Almost the entire nation was massacred. Only one group survived, a few families, women and children. The cold breath of death was on them at all times. Swords flashed, screams rose to the skies. The Turkish nation was about to be wiped off the stage of history. The Turks, who were able to escape thanks to a wolf that came their way, reached a valley that no one knew about, Ergenekon. This place was surrounded by high mountains, a shelter that the enemies could never find. The Turks decided to exist here again. Ergenekon was a shelter that fate had granted to the Turkish nation. Here they re-established their roots and gathered their strength. The Turks lived in Ergenekon for 400 years. They did agriculture, engaged in animal husbandry, and did not forget their warrior identities. They grew up in these lands from generation to generation. However, this valley surrounded by mountains was now too narrow for them. One day, it was time to get out. During the 400 years that passed in Ergenekon, the power of the Turks was reborn. However, they knew that the time would come to get out of this valley. The Turks saw that it was impossible to cross the iron mountains surrounding the valley. A great council was held, and the decision was made to melt these mountains by the blacksmiths. A huge fire was lit, the mountains were melted, and the Turks gained their freedom. By melting the iron mountains, the Turks reshaped not only a path, but also their own destiny. The Turks emerged from the valley and regained their freedom. They regained their former power, took their revenge on their enemies, and took their place on the stage of history as a powerful nation once again. Ergenekon was not just a valley, but a symbol of the resurrection of the Turkish nation. They had become a nation that no power could defeat.